Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Anda bersama dengan saya Iza Izlan dalam agenda Awani, dan pada malam ini kita ada satu topik yang sangat menarik dan tajuknya adalah memahami perbezaan melalui seni. Ia bukan sesuatu yang kita tak pernah dengar, tapi kita nak bincangkan sedikit dengan lebih mendalam. Kerana bila bercakap mengenai perbezaan ini, kita bukan saja merujuk kepada dari sudut estetiknya, iaitu dari segi warna kulit ataupun dari zahirnya, tapi juga dari segi yang lebih kompleks seperti budaya, bangsa, bahasa dan juga sejarah serta tradisi. Dan di Malaysia, selain daripada kelompok-kelompok besar yang kita ketahui seperti Melayu, Cina dan India, ada satu lagi kelompok yang seringkali dilupakan ataupun diabaikan, iaitu the forgotten ataupun the invisible, yang terdiri daripada pekerja-pekerja asing ataupun pelarian dan lain-lain. Dan tanpa disedari, mereka ni turut sebenarnya memberi impak kepada cara hidup kita, budaya kita dan sosio-demografi kita pada masa kini. Dan untuk bincangkan mengenai bagaimana seni boleh menjadi satu medium untuk memahami perbezaan antara kita semua di Malaysia ni, bersama saya adalah dua tetamu yang sangat istimewa, iaitu pengarah kreatif eksekutif Naga DDB, Alvin Teo, yang juga terkenal dengan Yellow Man DG. Dan juga temannya iaitu pengarah kreatif juga dari Naga DDB, iaitu Warren. Okey, terima kasih kerana datang ke set agenda Awani malam ni.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Okay, so saya akan teruskan dengan perbincangan dalam bahasa Inggeris kerana mereka lebih selesa bahasa Inggeris, betul tak? Dan boleh rojak sikit. Boleh rojak sikit boleh. Okey. Bahasa rojak itu juga sebenarnya melambangkan identiti kita, itu antara perbezaan dia. Okey, pertama sekali saya nak tanya Alvin. Okay, I want to ask you because you have a degree, you studied arts before. So how do you see arts being a tool for understanding the differences between one another?
I think the arts is a very, very big topic. You know, there's dance, there's music, there's paintings, pictures, photography. One of the nice things about arts is it doesn't have words. And I think a lot of people, when we listen to music, for example, or we look at a piece of fine art painting, I've always wondered when I was small, why do people stare at these things? You know, why do people sit in a room and just listen to music and close their eyes and they feel like very shocked, you know? And I think they have a feeling. And basically what the arts do for people is they convey a feeling. And if you can put a message attached to that feeling, then you can actually plant messages in people's heart, people's mind, people's soul. So it's like, instead of telling you that black is black or white is white, I put music to it, I put picture to it, so you feel that black is black or white is white.
It's an emotion.
Yeah,
emotion.
It's very
in
powerful.
a way, arts is a universal language that you don't need to learn to convey.
So it's like, as a Chinese, when I look at, say, wayang kulit, or as a Malay, they look at a lion dance, for example, or whatever race and nationality, you look at the art, right? It transcends. You know, it doesn't need a language. You feel something. So if you could capitalize on that emotion, right, and do positive things, then it's good. You know, it can be used for bad, like propaganda and all that stuff, but it can also be used for a very good cause, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, and I understand that apart from being in the creative and arts industry, which is the advertising, you guys are also involved in a lot of projects. And recently, you have done a society called Kita Kawan Ma, which is or KKM, which is to promote unity amongst Malaysians, right? Okay, so maybe I can ask Weihern, how do you use this? How do you use the differences to actually unite? Because, you know, people can use, oh, I'm different than you, and can fight. But instead of fighting, you use differences to actually connect.
I think Kita Kawan Ma is actually a celebration of our differences. A lot of times, if you see what we do in commercials, we always say that we are one Malaysia, we're not so different. Kita Kawan Ma, I think it's celebrating the differences. And I think the message really resonates with a lot of Malaysians. I think during Raya, we actually had this satay stall called Muhiba.
Okay.
Tiga rasa,
satay tiga rasa. Okay. So basically, it's 3 different types of meat.
Symbolizing.
It tastes better as one, right?
It tastes better as one. And it was a big hit. So little fun stuff like that.
Okay, so how are the how to say? Do you get a lot of people liking KKM and joining you guys, participating in what you guys are trying to do?
In the beginning, there was a bit of resistance because we started KKM 3 days after the elections.
Wow.
So there was a lot of anger and a lot of even race-based accusations and all kinds of stuff. And so when we started our little movement and trying to get all the people together to be friends, like how we were during our childhood, right? I think people started to accuse us, are you political? Are you opposition? Are you pro-government? And we say, hey, we are all friends, and it's okay if you have your beliefs and your whatever sides you want to choose, but we are still Malaysians, we're still the same.
Yeah.
You know, we all want the same thing. We want peace, we want to be friends, we want to be happy, we want to prosper, you know, and we want to support each other. And slowly, slowly the resistance stopped. But in the beginning, it was just a lot of angry people. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's a very sensitive time.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, what I really loved about KKM is the fact that it's on Facebook, and it encouraged a lot of conversations. So people were very frank, very open, and there was a dialogue going on.
I think that's a platform where people get to say what they feel without being judged or something.
Yeah,
right?
we didn't want to like take sides, we didn't want to judge, we just wanted people to be friends and to remind ourselves that we're all in the same country.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in the same land, and if anything happens here, we all suffer together, you know.
True.
So we thought, let's be friends.
And
you know?
it doesn't have to be political all the time.
not at all.
It's a need and it's a want of every individual. It's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to go for our break now, and later we'll continue with our discussion. But kita akan berhenti berehat seketika, dan seterusnya kembali dari berhenti berehat sebentar lagi kita akan bercakap mengenai projek baru daripada Alvin dan juga rakannya. Dan kita berhenti rehat seketika, jangan ke mana-mana. Bertemu kembali, anda masih lagi bersama dengan saya Iza Izlan dalam agenda Awani, dan malam ini kita sedang membincangkan mengenai memahami perbezaan melalui seni, dan bersama saya adalah dua tetamu yang sudah membincangkan mengenai isu ini dari tadi. Alvin Teo, pengarah kreatif eksekutif Naga DDB, dan juga Wei Hearn, iaitu pengarah kreatif turut dari Naga DDB, dan mereka adalah sebahagian daripada projek kami Kawan Ma, iaitu KKM, sebuah society yang menggabungkan semua dan mengadvokatekan perpaduan. Baiklah, sebelum kita bersama dengan rakan saya untuk media sosial, saya nak cakap sikit mengenai memahami perbezaan melalui seni ini. Okay, Alvin.
Yeah.
Alright, so you have done a project called Project IC, which is going to happen tomorrow, right?
Yeah, true.
Okay, so can you explain a little bit about that project? Why do you have that?
Okay, I think this project was inspired by a tragedy. A few months ago, we read about this Nepalese migrant worker on top of a roof in Taman Tun, and he was contemplating suicide. And then the people at the crowd below, they were asking, lompat, 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 you know. And he,
don't waste time, don't stop traffic, hurry
yeah,
up and
lompat,
jump.
yeah.
You can
So
hear it on the video.
Yeah, he fell off the roof, he jumped or he slipped and he died. And that made me very angry, because you can't use another human being's life for your own entertainment or your own pleasure. That's disrespectful.
Okay.
So,
and did that happen in Malaysia?
Yeah,
Taman
Tun, 3 months back. So when that happened, and so many incidences like that, right, we thought that we should do a project for migrants, because we don't seem to understand them. We look at them and we look down on them, and we're afraid of them. There's so many of them. We think they're all criminals, all bad people.
True.
It's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true. So we thought that if we met people, it's a KKM thing to do. You meet people from different cultures, different races, different language. You just connect, and you know that they're all human beings.
Yeah.
You know.
And these migrants are refugees.
Yeah.
They are a part of Malaysia. They may not be Malaysians, but they are a part of Malaysia, and there are many of them here
Yeah,
in
they're
Malaysia.
brought in by Malaysians to work, to do the work that
To
we
work
don't
for
want to
us.
do. Exactly. So when we met migrants and we met refugees, we found out that they're beautiful people. They work very hard. They sacrifice so much, and they all want to take care of their children. They work hard and they suffer because they want to keep their children in school. And when you meet people like that and hear their stories, you realize that, hey, we are same. Kita semua sama. Kita semua manusia kan. And we are all, we love our children. We want a future. We want food when we're hungry. We want a roof. We want a home. So what they want is what we want. And when we recognize that, then we said that's a nice story to tell.
Yeah.
So that's what Project IC is about.
Okay, very, very nice. All right, Alvin, before that we will go to our friend, my friend Noi, dan kita lihat dulu Noi apa yang trending di media sosial mengenai isu kita ni, Noi.
Ya, Iza. Kalau kita bercakap pasal unity atau perpaduan ini memang sangat seronok ya. Dan komen daripada media sosial pun memang sangat berderet, memang bermacam-macam komen. Dan tadi saya sempat selak-selak scroll di Facebook kawan kita ni dan ada poster-poster yang menarik perhatian saya. Antaranya ialah poster yang pertama ni, I'm not a Malay, I'm not a Chinese, I'm not an Indian. I am not others, but I am a Malaysian. Ia macam menunjukkan yang walaupun kita ni berbagai bangsa, pelbagai kaum dan agama, tapi kita masih satu Malaysia. Dan poster yang seterusnya yang menarik perhatian saya adalah yang di atas ni, kalau kita boleh lihat, di mana orang Kristian mengelilingi orang Muslim untuk bersolat di semasa di Egyptian Revolution dulu. Dan di bawah pun sama, orang Muslim mengelilingi orang Kristian untuk menjaga mereka. Jadi walaupun berbeza agama, jadi benda ni tak menjadi masalah kalau kita bersatu padu. Okey, tadi pun ada komen yang mengatakan dia ni orang Malaysia tapi dia dianggap sebagai pendatang asing kerana berbeza ideologi, berbeza pendapat, berbeza dari segi politik semua. Jadi dia dianggap sebagai pendatang asing oleh rakan-rakan dia, dan benda ni memang saya rasa tak patutlah dibuat oleh rakan-rakannya. Dan seterusnya ada juga yang mengatakan sentimen perkauman ni ada diterapkan dalam isu-isu politik sekarang ni yang memang sangat berleluasa, dan benda ni tidak patut berlaku. Ia daripada kawan kita di Facebook, dia ada komen tadi. Dan seterusnya kalau kita boleh lihat daripada Famirul Azmi, dia kata orang putih ke, orang hitam ke, orang coklat ke, orang biru ke, kita orang Malaysia dan saya sayang Malaysia. Itu mungkin dialog daripada Susan Lancaster, lakonan dia dalam filem yang lama dulu. Dan orang cakap nilai perpaduan ni memang patut diterapkan dari sejak kecil lagi. Tapi masalahnya kadang-kadang ibu bapa tu sendiri, dia macam awak tak payahlah kawan dengan dia sebab dia tu-tu-tu, dia tu-tu-tu. Jadi macam kanak-kanak ni terasa macam okeylah, tak payahlah. Dan saya rasa benda ni boleh dipupuk. Dan kita selalu sebut salam satu Malaysia, salam perpaduan, tapi sebenarnya kita faham ke maksud-maksud salam itu semua? Iza, itu saja.
Okay, baiklah, Noi, emosi di situ ya. Okay, maybe we can continue with our discussion, right? Yeah. From what we've seen from my friend there on social media and everything, people do feel that this is an important issue to be talked about, and they feel strongly about it. Most importantly, because they go through it every day and every single second. So I don't want to talk about how the differences are being politicized, because that is such a cliche. But I do want to talk about these migrants or these invisible people that we tend to forget about. And as the social media has said, that there are a lot of migrants and also refugees around. Okay, so actually they do want the same things, right? They do want. They do have the same needs. They do feel the same way as us. So, how do we get this across, especially to Malaysians, to understand this? Maybe Wei Hearn can take this question.
How do we get this across?
You should tell your story about when he was a kid. His parents put him in a gongsi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, not really a gongsi, but when I was
how was that experience for you?
When I was 15, I wanted a job, just wanted some work experience. So, my uncle ran a hotel in Bangkok. So I said, hey uncle, can I get a job? He said, sure. And then when I got there with my bags and all, he said, that's where you're going to stay. And it was a little trailer, and I shared the room with 9 other Bangladeshis.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was my first encounter with them, and of course I'm like, what? You know, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
Why? But the first thing they did when they arrived, they were given 10 ringgit pocket money for their first day because they didn't have any cash. The first thing one of them did was, what's your name? Come, can I buy you dinner, please? It's our custom to buy. No, I insist on paying. It's our custom to actually buy a new friend the first meal we meet.
Using that 10 ringgit that they had.
Yes.
Yeah. What little they have, they know how to share.
So, subsequently, you know, we became really close friends, learned their language a bit, and just realized that, you know, they came here, they're really articulate, witty, funny people, really, really nice people. And they came here with an intention to, same thing as us, earn a livelihood, want to go back and get married, set up a business, a family, you know. provide for their kids. But the sad thing was the year after that, when I went back, I went to look for them. So where are they? And they said they ran away. I said, what? Without their passports? Yeah. And that really stuck with me throughout my life. Why did they run away?
Yeah.
And, you know.
In conducting your movement or project, I'm sure you have encountered some challenges, and I'm sure you've encountered some difficulties in getting and putting this through together, right? But we'll talk about that after this break. Okay. We're going on for a break for a while. But jangan kemana-mana, kita akan teruskan dengan perbincangan kita di agenda Awani selepas break. Bertemu kembali, anda masih lagi menonton Agenda Awani bersama saya, Iza Izlan, dan juga tetamu kita pada malam ini. Dan kita masih lagi bincangkan mengenai seni sebagai satu media untuk memahami perbezaan. Okay, Alvin, just now during the break we have spoken a bit about your project IC and how you use arts to understand the differences that we have, not just amongst Malaysians and the different races that we have, but also other people, the migrants, and as well as the refugees that we have currently in Malaysia. And also, maybe you would like to talk about how you bring arts, different forms of arts, dances, songs, music and everything, to get this across.
I think the whole idea is very simple. When you look at the arts, right, people always say that I need to be inspired in order to create. And usually you're inspired by things that are normally beautiful or impactful. So it was a simple idea. Take the whole arts community and just throw them into a kongsi. And just hang out with Indonesians, Bangladeshis, Pakistanis, whoever's in the kongsi, and throw them in a school for refugees to play with little kids and see what comes out of it. So we took them to this really run-down kongsi area, which I probably shouldn't tell where, and we just told the people...
People might want to know where.
It's somewhere near Putrajaya.
Okay,
yeah,
alright.
There's so many kongsis. Anyway, yeah, so we just told the people, the artists, you know, whether you're a poet or a dancer or songwriter, okay, we're here, go. And she said, go where? Just go anywhere and just talk to people. So we were a bit uncomfortable. So we went into, once we spread into, and the kongsi area is so big, it's like a maze.
Okay.
And it's so run down, and we're not used to it, middle-class Malaysians, right? And we just sent people inside. And you know what happened? When they found out that we're there to talk to them, they're so happy. And they welcome you into their little trailer containers.
Oh, okay. That's actually a surprise. Didn't they have that the awkward transition? Like, who are you? Why are you here in my place?
First, they did ask questions. Then we said we want to get to know you and things like that. And they were so welcoming. They would say, hey, come and have a seat. Okay. And it was customary when you sit down, they will find biscuits or drinks and they'll offer us. So the first thing was, for most of the people who have never met people living in a kongsi, say these people are so hospitable and they're so friendly and they want to tell so much about their lives, and they will all take out pictures of their children and they will tell stories about their home, about 9 years I've not been back, I've not seen my kid for 5 years. And this is such an eye-opener, and I think we left the place with a little bit more respect for who they are, because they're so resilient, they're so strong. And okay, now go create. So write a song, do a dance, you know, do poetry, paint something.
So that experience of visiting this kongsi was to give them inspiration.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then they take this inspiration, and tomorrow we'll set it up at Black Box Publica, and then they dance and show your painting, show your photo, little sculptures and design and whatever.
Oh, so this is actually the other way around. It's not really using arts to understand differences, but understanding differences to create art.
Yes.
Which is really interesting.
And then using art to communicate with the masses out there that didn't go into the kongsi or the refugee school, and use art as a platform to talk about these lives.
Represent the migrants, I suppose.
Yeah, to represent them, exactly. Yeah.
So actually, the title Project IC is actually I see.
I see you, I understand
you. As a person, as a human being.
Yeah. Beneath the surface, who are we inside? And we're all the same, exactly. So just using the arts to do that.
Okay, so I'm sure you both have experienced this. You guys went through this. Maybe you want to share like how you feel as a person. Like, what do you see?
When I first stepped into the kongsi, I mean, like Alvin mentioned, it was really, really awkward. You're like, really? What should we do? How?
Whose idea was this actually? Who came up with this crazy idea to go into a kongsi?
I don't know. It's just, I think ideas just come when we have conversations. And one day say, hey, let's do this.
Let's just go.
Was it. Yeah, that was it.
Okay, anyways, back to that.
Wait, what was the question again? How do you get inspiration?
How do you see?
How do you see?
Yeah,
them?
what do you see?
What do you see in the
and how do you feel?
How do I feel? Actually, yeah, like I said, it was really awkward. But what was really amazing was when you, like what Alvin said, once you sit down, they were actually more curious about you. That, you know, they started the conversations. Sudah makan, you know, do you want a drink? And then you just ask where are you from and all that. And you start to hear about their stories, learn where they come from, their fears, their joys. Actually, a lot of them are really happy. We thought we would find a lot of sad stories and all that. Actually, they are really, really happy, humble people.
And
that's
the perception
that was inspiring.
And the perception that people commonly have about these migrants is, sadly to say, is mostly negative. Oh, they contribute to the crime rates in Malaysia and they don't do their work properly, no quality and all that. But beneath all that, we should understand why they are that way, or like why are they here in the first place, right?
Yeah, I think one of the things that we got asked on our Facebook page when we introduced the migrant project, and it's common, people say, can I know more about this project? Why do you work with migrants? Are they safe? Is it safe to work with them? And my answer to that is, number one, I'm not saying that they're all good people. At the same time, I'm saying that not all Malaysians are good either. You know, there's good and bad in all cultures, in all society. So we shouldn't just prejudge people because they're a different color or they have no education. They didn't have that opportunity that we had, right? And yeah, so that was a thing that we needed to tell people, you know, just get out of your comfort zone and go meet people. And I think the whole project here is the meeting of two cultures. It's not just a Malaysian meet migrant, it's Chinese should meet Malay, Malay should meet Indians, Indians should meet Chinese. We should meet Singaporeans and not talk bad about them so much and vice versa. Yeah, we shouldn't go into that. But it's about meeting different people and to understand that we can all enjoy each other's company and celebrate our differences. I think that's very important.
Okay, so basically, in understanding the differences between people, you actually realize that you are more similar than different.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
You have the same fears, the same hopes, the same dreams.
Exactly.
Okay, just very briefly, because we are out of time, can you just tell a bit about the project I see that's happening tomorrow? Where and when?
Okay, it's at Black Box Publica. Its exhibition starts at 12 noon. It ends at 9 p.m. There's a live show, like a little concert thingy. Starts at 5 to about 6:30. Maybe we will mess up the time a bit and end late. Yeah, so do come and see all the works and have a conversation with us. Meet us face to face, ask us a million questions, and be friends and like our Facebook page, you know?
Okay, all right, thank you so much. We should all be friends. Okay, thank you so much for being with us in Agenda Awani today. Itu dia tadi Alvin Teo, pengarah kreatif eksekutif Naga DB, dan juga Wei Hern, pengarah kreatif Naga DB juga yang juga terlibat dengan projek IC yang akan berlangsung esok. Dan kita telah pun membincangkan mengenai memahami perbezaan melalui seni. Dan saya Iza Izlan. Itu dia tadi episod Agenda Awani untuk malam ini. Teruskan menonton Astro Awani, berita segenap dimensi. Selamat. That already. Short, right? Half an hour.